Edmonton Eskimos beat writer Jerry Madajong Drew dropped a bomb before the Riders-Eskimos game about Ed Hervey not paying the Eskimos coaching staff in December before they all left to go to Regina. What do you think about it?
Well, it's terrible. Assistant coaches need to get paid. If you agree to pay them to the end of the season, then they need to get paid. I understand that Ed Hervey was concerned about the fact that Chris Jones was talking about leaving and he was concerned about losing all his assistant coaches. That's all fine. But if you've agreed to pay guys through the end of the year, you need to pay them to the end of the year. There can be no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I think it makes the Eskimos look terrible. It makes Hervey look terrible. And these are guys that won a Grey Cup for him, won a Grey Cup for that organization. They deserve to be paid till the end of the year. I think this looks terrible upon the Eskimos, and it looks bad for the league as well. You do not want to be known as a league that doesn't pay its assistant coaches as per their contracts.
Yeah, not honoring contracts, Drew, is seeming to become an issue. Coaches moving all over the place, and in this instance, not even paying them. I do think this makes the Riders look good because the Riders did pick up the last couple of weeks. They made them whole, as Madajong put it, which is very commendable to the green and white. Now, Drew, over the weekend, we had a very interesting game go down in Ottawa. Calgary, Ottawa, a couple of really good teams, crossover matchup, ends in a tie, a good old sister kisser. Is this acceptable in this day and age where we don't even have ties in the NHL anymore?
Well, I think it's going to create for some awkward standings. It could potentially make a difference when it comes time to figure out playoff seeding. I think there are a number of solutions available. Potentially just playing that mini game until there's a winner. I think people, generally speaking, fans would prefer to see an outcome. They would prefer to see a win or a loss at the end of these games. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm with you, Drew. They need to play until the mini game decides a winner. This format of overtime where they play an entire extra quarter, 15 minutes of football, and then there's a tie. The mini games are fairly quick. There's not a lot of snaps in them because they start on the 35-yard line. And I think you need to play down until you have a winner. At the end of the game, it was interesting. Dave Dickinson said, if there was any game that felt like a tie or sort of the teams deserved a tie, it was that one. It was well played on both sides of the ball. You just feel like you get to the end of the game and you see that it's tied and you're looking for a real outcome. I mean, the NHL has sort of solved this with the shootout that, there's some people that like it, some people that don't, some people feel like it's a skills competition. But I think if you just continue the mini game and you don't make it any kind of a weird skills competition. John Hodge wrote on our site sort of interesting way to maybe top 20 ways to break a tie. But I think it's simple. Just continue the mini game.
We play to win the game. Herm Edwards. The only way to do it.